The Sunshine State, a hotbed of passionate football fans, it is not hard to find where rivalry battle lines in the state are drawn on a day like today. These two are due to lock up once again, and we can't wait to get it started. Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee, Florida. It's the Florida Gators and the Florida State Seminoles. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, I caught up with the Florida head coach pregame. He has been warning his players all week. They're in the top 25. They might have the most talent, but he understands this environment is insane. This crowd has proven to be one of the best in college football, and he understands they can disrupt play calling, communication at the line of scrimmage. He has been playing crowd noise all week in practice to make sure his players are prepared. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. And the Noles headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. This rivalry only dates back to the late 50s, but what it might lack in long-term history, it more than makes up for in disdain, guys.
And historically, this game really has meant a lot. You go back to the 90s, this was basically a de facto national championship game before the championship game. Remember, they played twice back in 1996, the year Danny Werfel won the Heisman Trophy. So this game always means a lot.
Left side is Singleton. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
They'll give it to Ball. There he goes. Pick up of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
As Holly mentioned earlier, this home crowd can create a huge advantage. Making the adjustment on the play. Right back to the well. Steamrolls his way ahead. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So that penalty's going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Jones to throw. Right down the middle. Pulls it in. It's Wilson. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
And the Gators are rolling down the field. Hits inside. It's Pryor. tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, one of the reasons why it's hard to run against this defense is because of that guy right there. He's one of the best D tackles in the game, and he's got tremendous explosiveness, quicks. He's strong at the point of attack. He can shed blocks, and he completely ate that last run up.
Might as well run him again. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
The defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. From the gun, wants to pass. Right side, it's Pryor. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27.
Yeah, great catch, but great read. I love the quarterback understanding. You're going to see the blitz. I'm going to get the ball to my running back quickly, let him get the 1st down. Nice job by the quarterback seeing that really fast.
The Gators go back to work after moving the chains through the air. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Jones wants to throw it. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
And that's something you're always worried about. The first drive, it's a good play by the defense, but you're worried about your freshman settling in a tough environment on the road, the crowd going bananas. Palmer, he makes the early mistake, and I look forward to watching this kid. How does he respond to some early adversity?
Yeah, he hasn't played in a lot of environments like this throughout his career. There's no question. So this is obviously a major challenge. If I'm the head coach now, I'm pulling him aside and I'm saying, hey, listen, interceptions are going to happen. Let's get that one out of the way now. Let's learn from it. Let's move forward. But as a play caller, you got to help this young quarterback out. Now, you have to run the ball. You got to find him some easy completions to get his confidence back.
These guys aren't human either. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
To the back. At midfield, he's got room. Turning on the Jets. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. This offense thrives on those big, explosive plays, and that one has them set up with a 1st and 10 from the 17. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Incomplete. They fought for it, but it just squirted harmlessly to the ground. Second and long here. The give. Got some room in into the goal line. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one.
And that's the second time today, man. Like, you see, it looks like he's going in fast forward. He's got some jets, man. This guy can really, really move. This offense does such a nice job of finding creative ways to get him the football. And we've already seen it today. A couple of explosive plays, and they're going to continue to feature this young man.
But when you get down here inside the red zone, you got to be able to run the football. And it's one thing to do it conventionally, but I like the idea of mixing it up and trying to go jet sweep.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Defense might bring the house here. Trying to get the corner. Pulls it on the option. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Defense trying to take it back. Touchdown, Gators! The defense takes matters into its own hands. They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play.
Number 91, set to kick it away.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Dropping back, it's Daniels. Working the middle, it's complete. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Keeps it on the ground. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Boy, could they use a conversion on third and short from their own 24. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force them into a 4th down.
Coaches look at this stat every single football game. How do you execute on third down? And a lot of times, man, it's about being in position and making plays, and that's exactly what he did. The right spot, breaking on the football, being physical, setting the tone in this football game.
Looking for room. He'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 41. Motion from the back. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Out wide right, it's Pryor.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
The Gators can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Straight ahead, it's Ball. He'll be dropped.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Way ahead. Oh, he's got some space. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the second quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top as we get a look at the numbers so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They were all over it.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. From the gun, it's Pryor. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of third and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You could throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
And the Gators are marching down the field. They're going to go right back to him on first down. He's stopping. He's got enough to move the chain.
And when your offensive line can plow holes like that and you can get over 10 yards a carry, like, we don't need to complicate this. Like, this is a very simple form. Be more physical. Hand the football off. That's a great job in back-to-back plays for this offense.
The Gators getting set on 1st and 10. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. The negative play leaves them with 2nd and 12. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. The screen, and watch out. He'll step out of bounds at the 11.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Jones to throw. Makes a catch. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Defenses are put in such a tough spot when offenses get in 3rd and short because the whole playbook is open and they go with the pass. I love it. They sneak the pass in there. Nice success. Great job by the quarterback getting rid of the football, getting the first down, now set up 1st and goal.
Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
How about the linebacker right there? They make calls and they play in coverage, but if you're a linebacker, you better be physical, and that dude came downhill. Somebody might want to block him up front.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss.
Number 91 sets the kickoff.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for a lot more on that one. Instead, he's out of bounds at the 14. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together.
And he's got room. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Daniels. Flip it out to the back on the screen.
You're not going to fool this guy on the running back screen. They're trying to invite him up the field, rushing the passer, but he saw it too soon. He was able to stop in his tracks, locate the running back, get outside, and make a tackle. That is a very heads-up play that time by the DN.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. The give. Defense all over it.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
They've got to get the football to the 32 to pick up the 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. They've got to get the football to the 32 to pick up the 1st down. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. And that one's incomplete.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Oh, he missed it. No good. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game.
Well, it was certainly straight enough, just not long enough. Not enough leg strength.
They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Turning it on. Enough to move the chains. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
The offense sets up shop at the 46 on 1st down. They'll give it to him again. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Off the boot, looking for his man. On the run, fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a first down as they try to score one late in the half.
Come on, defense. What are we doing? I mean, you can't miss this guy. He's like literally the biggest dude on the field. That time completely wide open. That's way too easy for the offense. He caught the football. There was nobody even near him. Someone on defense has to locate this guy. They've got to communicate to each other if they're passing off in coverage. You can't let that guy be that wide open.
Offensive linemen love when you sneak in draws, when you sneak in screens. It holds these defensive linemen accountable. You want to rush the quarterback, you want to fly upfield every single play, we'll sneak right behind you and get some yardage.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's changing the play. Now on the move. He's there to make the stop. The Gators are going to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll go to the counter. Headed to the end zone. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
Timeout.
Now on first and goal, a score here, and that mountain is huge if you want to make a comeback. Now he's looking to throw it. Big guy smells it. Touchdown, Florida. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown, and they finished it off with the score from the 4. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He's out of bounds at his own 16-yard line, and he just couldn't find the corner on that return. One more snap coming before halftime. The DBs will back off a bit. Running to the left. Made a defender miss. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap it up here in the first half. Stay tuned. Second half not too far away. Just about set to get this second half underway. Out of the end zone. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Unloads it downfield. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
This offense is done being patient. They're down on the scoreboard here. Now, early in their first possession in the third quarter, they're being aggressive. They're taking shots. They're trusting their playmakers outside to get it done. That time, the defense, really nice job forcing the incompletion. They were ready for it. This offense, though, they need to stay aggressive.
Here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute there.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Wide receiver comes in motion. On the snap, it's ball. Here's some daylight. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. They need a huge play on third and long. They'll move the tight end. Jones wants to throw it. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Smashes through the tackle. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Brown. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Great play by the cornerback. And this offense, they're just trying to get this receiver the ball quickly to see if he can make something happen. But that cornerback was draped all over him. Nice job.
The Gators now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Quick give. It's ball. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback. On third down, really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
He'll try to make the catch in traffic. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Gators have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Completes it in the middle. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And that's crazy. 1 second you're the offense, and you're thinking second and inches, we're taking a shot, we're in a great spot. And then you give up a sack, and now all of a sudden, you're in third and long, and you're thinking, uh-oh, we got to convert this, or we're giving the ball right back to our opponent.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. He wants to take the top off. Snags it at the 30 and still running. Touchdown, Florida State. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
Well, we know, David, talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to get this guy involved. Weren't able to do it early, but they saw the matchup, took advantage of his speed, and it's a long touchdown.
Yeah, and sometimes it takes a minute to figure out what the defense is doing, but then now you figure it out, and now you go to your go-to guy. He has all the speed, man. He can win outside. You want to play man-to-man coverage on him? You want to leave him on an island? It's not going to turn out well.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Gators sending the offense back to work. And after that last score, this is just a two-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. He breaks a tackle. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets him up to the 24.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Ball again. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Jackson. Breaks into the open. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Florida! They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the final 53 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. Fielded in the end zone. It's Singleton. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Daniels. Setting up the screen. And the screen goes nowhere. They stop him for no gain on the play.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield. He's got some speed and wheels himself to run with him. And, yeah, the running back made the catch, but he went right down to the ground. Really nice job that time by the linebacker.
And, guys, that completion might have helped the old confidence, but it didn't help the down and distance. 2nd and 10 here. Swings it out to the flat. There he goes. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They moved the chains. They marked it at the 29.
And that's a nice job by the offense. Now, I love when offenses can go 5 wide, spread the formation, find the matchup they want. And this time, it's the running back turned wide receiver. They get him the football, and he does the rest and gets upfield. But nice job spreading the formation and really making the defense make a decision.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And this defense is just simply not playing around. They've got a big lead, and they're not playing big prevent coverages, bend, don't break. They're just going to let this offense dink and dunk the ball down the field and waste time. Third play of the drive, they get a sack. They're staying aggressive, and they're getting after this quarterback.
Going to the running game. Plows through the defense. At the 40, there he goes. Flying out to the left. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Florida State. He shed tackles like a snake getting rid of his skin. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the capper came on that scintillating 78-yarder for 6. Coming out with it, it's Brown. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. The run inside. It's Pryor. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain. No harm, no foul.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Off Jaden running left. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Jones to throw. Looking left. A strike downfield. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. We've reached a break. It's Florida with the lead. We take just a minute to look at the stats as they are threatening to put this one away. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Pryor. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Follows his blocks. It's Montgomery. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy.
Nice job by the defense, seeing the run, pulling the trigger, getting downhill, and stopping the running back for no gain.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the Dome. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds a man in the middle. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Jones wants to throw it. Finds his big tight end. Oh, he's got some space. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
Gives it. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
This offense has done a good job on this drive, taking time off the clock as they come up on 2nd down. Kept it on the ground, now they'll throw. Moving out to the right. He'll throw it. Right side, it's Montgomery. Makes the grab in their space. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
They moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. On the move. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, 2nd and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the 3rd down.
On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Trying to barge in. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Gators. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th.
Number 91 set to kick this one away.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. The handoff. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Daniels. He's looking deep. He's got it inside the 30. Right down the gut of the field. Touchdown Seminoles. Ball into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
And that's exactly what this offense needs, man. They need that clock to stop. They need to make big plays and score. Their defense needs to join the party, get some stops, and the passing game continue to be hot, and they might get back in this football game.
On the return, it's Brown. He gets a block. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
Number 1 takes it back to the score.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. And he's coming out of the end zone. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Got a little room. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. No, it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Here comes the Gators offense ready to go on the attack. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we've got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They give it to him again. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Burrowing for yardage. Turning it on. Ripping through the defense. Touchdown! Touchdown, Gators! Once he got some room, it was over. PAT unit on the field. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. To the air, it's Daniels. Trying to make magic with his feet. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. Wants to go up top on second down. Out wide right, it's Lopez. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting into the very end of the football game.
Fires to the wideout. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop.
I think after failing on the 4th down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
Not only the scoreboard, but the clock on the side of the offense as they take a knee, though the D can stop it a couple more times. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. They can stop the clock a couple of more times, and they need to get it back fast, down 2 possessions as the clock keeps winding down. 3rd play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. It can get a little heated, and it did in this Sunshine State showdown, but it couldn't stop the boys from old Florida from stealing the headlines in this one. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.